Hello. This video is on the equations of parallel lines. So we're bringing algebra and geometry together. So when I look, the first thing we need to do is look at slope-intercept form, because when I look at the equation, I need to be able to find the slope to determine if they're parallel. So slope-intercept form is the best way to write your equation. So you want the y by itself to be in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. So this m is our slope, and the b is our y-intercept. Okay, so your slope is the coefficient of x, and your y-intercept is your constant. Now, if we look at parallel, lines in the same plane that do not intersect are called parallel lines. So if I have a non-vertical line, we're looking for the same slope. So you want both m's to be equal to each other, but you want the b's to be different. Because if your y-intercepts are the same, you really have the same line. All vertical lines are considered parallel. So if you have an equation with only an x, something like x equals 5, that's vertical. Okay? So no y means no slope. And if we're looking at the geometry here, this symbol here stands for parallel. So I have the line AB is parallel to the line CD. Well, let's look at some examples of equations. And these are all already in slope-intercept form. So the first thing we have to do is determine the slope. So our slope is our coefficient of x. So for my first one, the slope was 2. And for my second one, the slope is 1/2. Okay, so what do we notice about 2 and 1/2? Are they the same number? No, they're different. So my slopes are different. That makes my line not parallel. These lines would intersect. Let's look at our second example. My first slope is 4, and my second slope is 4. So both slopes are 4. And that makes them the same. So we're on the roll. But in order to be parallel, we need the y-intercepts to be different. So my y-intercept is the constants. And what do we notice about 3 and -5? Are they different? Okay, so our slopes are the same and our y-intercepts are different. These two lines are parallel. And let's look at our last two. So my first slope was -4, and my second slope was +4. So -4 and +4. Now we need to be careful here, because a lot of students will look at this and say, well, they're both 4s, so they're the same. But they're actually different. There is a big difference between a -4 and a +4. So these two lines are not parallel. Okay, if you have any questions, write them down and ask me in class.